What's up, Peak Timers? Today we're unboxing the 2025 Hot Wheels L case. I get all of my cases from Granite Toys. If you want to get your own Hot Wheels case sent to you each time a new one comes out, check out granitetoys.com. Links in the description box below. The regular treasure hunt for this case is the Honda S800 Racing, and the super treasure hunt for this case is the 94 Bugatti EB110 Super Sport, plus a 2025 new model Ferrari. Hopefully we find one of those in this case. All right, let's go ahead and unbox it. And we'll start right at the top right here. Grab our first three cars, and our first one is the Subaru BRZ, and that's a new white recolor of the Subaru BRZ. Check out that front right there with the kind of push bars in the front. That's really cool. Then we have the 70 Plymouth Superbird, followed by the Dune It Up. There you go. That's our first three cars from the case. And we've got the custom 2018 Ford Mustang GT. I think we saw that one in our previous case. We have the Honda Civic Custom as well. Nice wheels on that front right there. And then we have the Revenger ST. And we've got Aerodynamic, looks to be a new colorway of that, followed by the 90 Honda Civic EF right there, nice green colorway of that, followed by the custom Kia EV6, and I think that's a new colorway of that. That's our first recolor of that. That is a new for 2025 casting we saw earlier in the year though. We'll put that aside, and what else do we have right here? We've got the Land Rover Defender 90. There we go, new color of that. The Ferrari F40 Competizione, and this one is from the previous case. It's just a carryover to this case, but hey, I'm not going to complain getting another Ferrari F40, but we do have another new Ferrari in this case somewhere as well, so we'll watch out for that coming up here. We've got the 2013 SRT Viper. I love Dodge Vipers, SRT Vipers. They're so cool, and that's a really cool looking white with the blue stripe recolor of that one. It's been a while since we've seen that one in a case, so that's really cool that we got one of those. We've got the RD06 right there, followed by the Honda S800 Racing Treasure Hunt. We did get the treasure hunt for the case, and there it is. You can see the treasure hunt logoing just right there on the rear, and the number 58 on the side of it as well. And that is really cool that we got the treasure hunt for the case. Our next one we have is the Monster Dairy Delivery right there with the, what does that even say on the back? I don't even know what that says, but okay, cool. Nonetheless, Dairy Delivery, that's a nice one. We got the Ford Mustang Dark Horse right here. Very cool looking. That's our first recolor, I believe. We got the first of it last year as a new model, and now we've got that recolor of it. King Kuda is a recolor as well, followed by the 68 Buick Riviera. That is also a new for 2025 casting that has been recolored for the first time, and that's a nice blacked out variation of it. There it is. All right, let's see what else we got. The 68 Dodge Coronet Super B, followed by another one of the custom Kia EV6, and followed by the Sidekick, and this is the one that has that little piece that slides out on the side of it. We'll see that when we open that one up in a future video. And we've got another King Kuda back to back. There we go. Followed by the Drift Ender right there, and followed by the Little Roar, which is essentially a Mini Cooper. It is actually officially a Mini. It's got the Mini logo on there, and it's just kind of all jacked up for off-roadness, but that's cool. We've got the Batman Akram Aslam Batmobile, followed by the custom 2018 Ford Mustang GT. I love the colorway of that with the white wheels, followed by the Quick Chat. That is a new for 2025 casting. Check it out. It is basically a little toy phone. And if you grew up in the 80s or the early 90s, you would recognize this toy from Mattel. And it was actually like a little rolling toy, and you can pick it up. It's really cool that they came out with it. But if you're like in the modern generations, whatever the generations are, you probably won't even know what this is. But still, nonetheless, it's really cool. And they call it the Quick Chat from Xpera Motors. So cool new casting for 2025, followed by 70 Plymouth Superbird. There's another one of those, followed by the Honda Civic Custom. And we got a recolor of the Tesla Cyber Quad. Check that one out. That's new for 2025. And this one is in kind of like a looks like a matte gold on the front. Otherwise, the rest of it's kind of the same colorway. But Tesla Cyber Quad, I was happy to see that one come out earlier in the year. And that's our recolor of it. We got another one of the Honda Civic EFs, followed by the Slide Burn, and followed by the Porsche 904 Carrera GTS, a blacked out variation now. Nice wheels on that. Actually, let's get a closer look. Look at that. Those wheels suit the car very, very nicely. Looks like it's from that generation. Very cool to see that. I like that. All right, what else do we got here? We got 3 cars, and one of them is a new Ferrari. First, it's the Lotus Cortina. That is a new for 2025 casting as well. So there we go. Another new for 2025 car. Lotus Cortina right there. Nothing really to my fancy. Nothing crazy I like. Another new for 2025 casting. We're going to do 3 new for 2025 castings in a row. The last one's a Ferrari here. We got the Mod Mill, which is a modern variation of the twin mill. That is really cool. I like it. I really like it. Mod Mill. It's a very modern looking one for the twin mill. So that's cool. And a new Ferrari for 2025. This is our 3rd mainline Ferrari. It's the Ferrari's 365 GTB4 Competizione. Very, very cool to see another new Ferrari for 2025. And we'll actually have a look at one that I've already got open that I got previously. Got a little bit early. So that is it opened up right there. Check it out with the gold wheels. I love these Ferraris. All the racing Ferraris look so, so good. And there it is. There's your bottom base all in red. So there's your carded one, and there's your open one for the new Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione. Very cool to see that one. Now, let's go to the bottom half of the case. Still a chance we have a Super Treasure Hunt in here. We'll have to see. We've got the Revenger ST, followed by the Alfa Romeo Giulia TI Super. And Super, it is not a Super Treasure Hunt. That's just the name of the car. It would be cool if they made it a Super Treasure Hunt, though. Another Ferrari, the F40. That's right, our second F40. This one's got a little bit of a ding on the corner, but hey, that's okay. You know what? I'll probably open this one up. I like to have lots of these F40s open. So very cool that we got another one of the Ferraris. What else do we have up top? We got another Ferrari right there. There's another, our second one of this case of the 365 GTB4 Competizione, followed by the Monta Racer. And we got, looks like a recolor of the VW T3 Custom. Very cool. I like that. And up top, we've got the McLaren Speedtail. That is the regular to what would be the Super Treasure Hunt of the previous case. So very cool that we got another one of those. And we've got the main line to the Bugatti EB110 Super Sport. That is not the Super Treasure Hunt from the looks of it. I'm going to have another quick look. Yeah, that looks like just like the mainline. That's a really nice color for the mainline, though. Very, very nice. Wow, that is really cool. Okay, I do like that one. Even though it's a mainline, I'm actually quite excited to open that one up. Street Winner is our next one. There it is. All right. Still a chance for a Super in here somewhere, though. We got, oh, wow. Check out the recolor of this Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Wow, that is nice. What a beauty of a car. I love the GT3 RSs. Very cool from the Then and Now series, followed by the Flippin' Fast, also followed by the Pontiac Aztec Custom recolor of that. All right, perfect. Next up, another one of the Batmobiles, followed by the Blitz Speeder right there. That's been a while since we've seen the Blitz Speeder. And followed by the Long Block. It's a new colorway of the Long Block right there. Pretty cool. All right. And what else do we have? Another one of the Quick Chats in the case. New for 2025. Another Slide Kick. Also another Mod Mill. New for 2025 car. Very nice. And we've got Slide Burn, followed by the Mazda RX-3. There's that matte finish paint job. We saw it in the previous case, but I do like it. And a recolor of the 75 Chevy Blazer Custom. That is not a new for 2025 casting, but it's been a while since we've seen that casting, but it's a nice new recolor of that one. And what else do we have? The Little Roar again, followed by the Crescendo and the Audi 90 Quattro in that new metallic gray color. And we've got the Ford Escort in a magenta type color, followed by another Pontiac Aztek, followed by the Gotta Go, the toilet car. Yes, if you've not seen that before, that's a little toilet in the back, and that little piece will come up. You can see the toilet seat comes up. So interesting car. All right, what else do we have down here? McLaren Speedtail, another one of those. That's the main line again, followed by the VW T3 Custom and another one of those Ford Escorts. And at the very bottom, we have now Futurismo, another Batmobile, and another Audi 90 Quattro. And our last 3 cars of the case: the Dodge Coronet Super Bee, followed by the Lotus Cortina, followed by the Terra Tractol right there. But let's have a look at the Super Treasure Hunt of the case. So I do have this loose Super Treasure Hunt of the 94 Bugatti EB110 Super Sport. That is what it looks like in that Spectra Flame paint job right there. And then it's got those nice custom wheels and then the real riders on there. And there is the main line so we can compare it. And you know what? I have a feeling this might be one of those ones that you will see in store and accidentally pass up on it or miss that it's a Super Treasure Hunt because they're fairly similar. I mean, they're not like super similar, but they're a lot more similar than a lot of the other Super Treasure Hunts are. So don't miss this one. If you see a Bugatti in store, make sure you look closely and don't miss it as a Super Treasure Hunt. But very cool case. I do like this one. Comment down below your favorite car from this case, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.